Hey, welcome back into another video here on the Ecom Season channel. If you're new here, we talk a lot about e-commerce, a lot of specifics. A lot of these videos are based off questions that you guys ask. So if there's anything you're curious about, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. Today, we're gonna be talking real fast about apps, one of the big misconceptions about them, and then we're gonna talk about a couple things that you can use, different options, and things you should be looking for. So we're gonna jump right in. Make sure to smash a like real quick. It's absolutely free. And we're gonna talk about how this is actually just for optimization. A lot of people look to their apps as a solution. They say, okay, I'm not getting sales. What apps can I add? Like, they put a lot of attention on that, but apps are for optimizing. And in no instance can I ever think of where an app would be the difference between you being able to make a product get sales versus not. So you can't optimize something that's not yet working, right? Optimizing means you're trying to get something and you have the hopes of getting something working better than it's already working. So that implies having results coming in. You can't, scale something with no results, just like how you can't optimize. There's nothing to optimize. So just keep that in mind when it comes into the apps. There are apps you're going to need when you're starting up that you can just have some basic things put on the store. We'll talk about a couple of those. We'll also talk about a couple other different things that you can add in as you start getting sales, things to test, because as soon as the cash flow starts coming in, you got a little bit of money that you're kind of setting to the side from the profit every single day. You can just put that right back into testing new apps. Most of them have a free trial. They're not that expensive anyways. So let's jump over to the Shopify App Store. The first thing we're going to look at is Upsells. Okay, so over there, we're just going to search up Upsell. There's a bunch of different apps you can use. I've used probably 4 or 5 of these over the years. You can do the frequently bought together, which is kind of the Amazon style of things where they try to bundle 2 to 3 products. This is a super clean looking app. You can see all their examples. They have an example store and whatnot that you can take a look at. So we'll jump over there. You can just see right here. It's literally basically the same thing as Amazon. Frequently bought together. You're just trying to push people to buy multiple products, which in my opinion, it can work, but trying to go from 1 product to 3 is a lot more difficult than 1 to 2. So unless you have a product where really it requires you to have multiple, like if someone's buying a camera for $600 and you try to upsell them an extra battery and an SD card, that could make sense. There's an example. So something like that. And there's a bunch of different apps like this. It's $7.99 a month, 30-day free trial. So again, most of these you can test out for free once you have sales coming in. When you have 20, 30, 40 orders a day, then you can actually see if it's working inside of that free trial. Okay, one of my personal favorites, Candy Rack, very, very good looking structure. I really like this, just modern, looks great if you have multiple products that you want to upsell. So you can kind of test between the frequently bought together and seeing what works. There's a lot of different ones. After sell, I don't like anything that's too aggressive in terms of the pop-ups. There's ones that have really small X's and they can't click out of it very easily. I've seen people custom code ones that move around the screen so it's hard to get out of. I don't think that's a good idea. The first one that I personally started using many, many years ago is Bold Upsell. This is also not very expensive. It's $10 as a 2-week free trial. So you can easily give it a shot. All these are pretty much doing the same thing. So you can just kind of look at the example stores and see as you actually go ahead to add this to cart, it's all pretty much going to be the same type of pop-up. Okay, so wow, this $800 machine. Add a world-class grinder for an extra $209. This is obviously a high-ticket product and stuff, but very simple here. Continue to cart or no thanks, right? If you're adding it to cart. So completely up to you. Now, when you click that one, you get the second pop-up. Don't forget espresso beans. Okay, you know what? We'll take that one too. Oh, do we have cups? No, we don't. All right, we're going to need that too. Dang. So now you just went from 1 to 4. But the difference with Bold Upsell, which this is a cool little example store they set up, it's one after the other. With things like Candy Rack, it displays them all up front. So which one's actually going to get you to push that average order value higher? It just depends. And that's going to come down to testing, depends on the industry that you're in, things like that. So that's kind of the upsell side of things. Now, this is just a fun one you could play around with. Game for Leads. That's not the name of an app. This is an idea. Introducing something that can be interesting, like Wheelio is an original app that had a wheel where you enter in your email and then you get to spin this big game wheel. There's a bunch of variants of that. I don't want to talk too much about this because it really depends on your traffic source. I think it looks a little bit tacky. It's something maybe I'd do if I had some trending product on TikTok that I knew wasn't going to be long term, but this is not something that we actively do at all at Ecom Season for ourselves individually or for our clients. I just want to make that clear. Very, very rarely would we do this. Nonetheless, it's something you can look at. Now, the third one, page speed. This is definitely something that won't make sense if you don't have customers coming in consistently, because this can just help their experience. It might not be trackable to any additional money coming in. So if you go over here and just type in speed, you're gonna be able to see there's a lot of different like page optimizers. They'll tell you the speed. So a lot of people don't know that the speed of a website loading and being able to click around and see the photos in high quality is not just based off the internet connection. There's things you can do to optimize that. So downloading one of these apps, I mean, they have, you know, free trials, free apps, different things like this. It's a pretty easy way to see what's kind of working on your site and what's not. So it's something you can do before, but again, I'm a big believer in not spending too much time, effort, or money on something if it's not bringing direct results when you don't have results yet. You know, like it just be, you're putting lipstick on a pig here. You're not solving your actual problem yet. So that's why I wouldn't really look too deep into the page speed booster right away. But things like bold upsell, great looking structure. They got a lot of cool stuff. So again, just remember it's for optimization only. Don't be solely focused on this or think that it's the reason your product's not working. That's why you have to focus in on the ads. So if you want help with that, you can book a free call with our advertising agency down below. That's where we help people either start from scratch, we test products, run all the Facebook ads for them, or we can help you scale a product if it's already working, build out a ton of systems, and then scale through paid marketing like Facebook and Google ads. So make sure to check that out. We also have a free 8-step checklist that's been very popular actually, just a super simple thing that really helps people get started on the right foot. So if you're still thinking of, trying to ask the question of, is e-commerce for me? Is this something I want to do? Definitely download that free checklist, and you can check out our Facebook ad program as well, which shows exactly what we do and you get to watch it all live. So make sure to check that out. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.